come join me, and I really do thank you. I do thank you. I'm your flock of Sony Blaze. Welcome to my corner of the universe. So let's get straight into the discussion today on this Tuesday. Even though the video is late, I didn't pick a specific time, but at least pick the day exactly when I should do videos for this Sony Blaze corner, and that'd be every Tuesday. Yeah. Anyways. To get into it. Today I want to go ahead and talk about entrepreneurship and freelancing and things about those and whatsoever. Now, and I just got thought about this too. Entrepreneurship and freelancing, they're kind of the same, but they're not. And the thing is, especially because I watch a lot of GaryVee. I will put a link down in the description. And he's talked about how entrepreneurship became the, like the new cool and whatsoever. And one thing I was contemplating, and one thing I was starting to realize is, am I really an entrepreneur? But also the thing is, I didn't want to. Now I'm talking to, obviously, as for me, my perspective right now. I didn't want to just work for anybody. And Freelancer, that's like the perfect thing. So, to think about. So, let's say if you're an individual who knows they don't want to work for somebody, but they're not an entrepreneur. Freelancing, is the thing. So, we're about to get more into that later on. But, let's get into the main subject at hand. Entrepreneur and freelancer. Now, I don't know the actual, definition, dictionary of entrepreneur, but mainly entrepreneur is an individual who takes more risk in going to a venture on his own, like, becoming, having his own business or her business of their own, of a more of a higher risk, without the security of a regular job or whatsoever. Freelancer is individuals who work for themselves that is not attached to any entity, but can work with any entity. Because the thing is, if you're a freelancer, you can still work with an entrepreneur, but not be part of their group, and then go somewhere else. But then the thing is, you're working for your skills. You're working with your skills. See, that's the thing with entrepreneurs, and I guess maybe, I'm not sure. And the thing is also, because there's a lot of us that's out there who wants to do stuff on their own, work on their own time in their own schedule. But then there's a lot of us who don't want the responsibilities. Now, I'm not saying I'm one of them. I'm not sure. I'm still in defense of whether I'm an entrepreneur or a freelancer. But then there's a lot of us that's out there that wants to work for themselves, but not necessarily want to take on the responsibility of an entrepreneur. So you have to sit there and figure out whether I'm an entrepreneur that be able to, and have ownership of a lot of stuff and be responsible for everything and around that with my content, stuff like that, or where I want to have the security of working for other people, but not working for them, and creating my own time, and it doesn't matter what happens to what I create as long as I get paid. I guess now I'm starting to figure out a little bit more of the mindset. So it comes down to it. If you do not care about too much about the content that you create, but you need the income so you can do whatever you need to do, then freelancing. If you really care more about your content and want to have more creative control, then an entrepreneur. There it goes. Now it's even more clear. If you want to have creative control, you become an entrepreneur. If you just need that financial security, you become an entrepreneur. I mean, you can become a freelancer. There we go. So that's mainly one of the differences between a entrepreneur and a freelancer. Now, how can you tell which one are you? Well, let's say this. Okay, you don't mind working under people and people tell you what to do, or you don't like people telling you what to do and you want to make decisions on your own. That's when it comes down to it. Whether you like people to tell you what to do or not what to do, that's when it comes down to it. Because when it comes down to it, when you now think about freelancer and entrepreneur are two sides of the same coin. Is whether like you work for yourself, but then work for yourself with your skills, but then have to follow some rules and regulations, but you're getting paid off your skills instead of your time, or go into entrepreneurship, work all your hours, but then have more creative control, but you put in a lot more work as well too. Because that's when it comes down to it, because you're going to have to put in a lot of work. So, with me, I'm not sure, because I might do both. I don't know if you can do both or not, because you can say that I want creative control over my stuff, but also I don't mind, working for other people. So, I guess I may alternate. So, that's another thing. If you're undecided, alternate. Alternate. Now, how do we become an entrepreneur or freelancer? Well, first, start following some known freelancers and entrepreneurs. A great one that I said in the beginning of the video is GaryVee. Also, another one, Roberto Black. A few others, 19 Keys, entrepreneurs. Now, freelancers. Roberto Black is pretty much a freelancer as well too. And you could sit there and search for a lot of other people. Now, for freelance, it's probably a lot more easier, because what you can do, you can go to a Facebook group, go to a commission based group that are commission, or it depends exactly what what you try to go for. Because when I'm saying commission based, I meant as for artists. So if you're into, electronics or something else, music, you find your group. You find what you work. Now, and there's other websites that you can go to, like Freelancer.com, Elance, Upwork, 99 Designs for graphic designers. It depends what you're doing. Craigslist, Facebook, Let Go, whatever it is, there's way too many opportunities that's out there to get into the freelancing thing. Now, what I have been using, have I made money yet? No. And the main reason why is not because not my skills, it's because what's have to do right here. Because when it comes down to it, all these systems does work. Actually, wait. Have I? No. Have I? I went into some of those contests before, but no, I haven't actually earned money yet. See, anyways, when it comes down to it, it comes down to you. It comes down to you, whether or not you be able to get in there and do for self and do it for self. I mean, I don't know what to say, because that's, as my experience with going into stuff like that, and when it comes down to, you are the biggest enemy, because it's out there and it's ready. There's plenty of people that's out there that I seen that make money. I have friends that make money and stuff. Oh, another one, Fiverr. Fiverr is a good one. Yeah, but then Fiverr really changed from when it used to be, because people used to make $5 just be a friend for a certain amount of time, and it's crazy. But anyway, let's get back to the entrepreneurship, and then we're going to end this then. Anyway, how to start entrepreneurship? Well, you're going to have to save up some money, to see. Oh, that's the difference. That's another difference between entrepreneur and freelancer. Freelancer, you could technically do it for free. You could just start, without no money and get into it. Entrepreneur, you probably gonna need some money, and you probably gonna have to learn how to really truly save money. But other than that, one, you have to save money. Two, you don't have to technically get any licenses yet, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a product, a service for you that you know you can easily do that is, and it could be a passion though too. Especially if it's a passion, it makes it a lot more easier. But find something that you can easily do and sell, and that you know. That's with a passion, it makes it a lot easier, especially what today is. And once you get that, you'll be able to build off that. Now, I can't say too much of that because I'm not at that level yet, so I am not qualified to give you any more advice off that. But all I can do is just lead the way towards there. That's it. Because, give you a link to, GaryVee, 19 Keys, or maybe those guys be able to help you out towards where you try to get to. All I am today was just talking about, entrepreneurship and freelancing. Anyways, thank you for joining me in my corner of the universe.